Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today we got the old Heavenly Conquest event versus Emils. Now, it says 600k EP, but I mean, so does the other Heavenly Conquest stage, and let me tell you what, Blanc with 60 million HP is a bit worthy of that kind of high EP. Emils, if you look at him, only has 1.8 million. So he's kind of a joke. He does have some annoying gimmicks, like he can stun you, he gets stun strikes, he randomizes your orbs, he can bind and stun, and then he can absorb your ult for one ult. So if you nuke him with three, he can't do anything about the other two. And then he can recover his own stat abnormalities, remove your status effects, so Reckoning and Vengeance, things like that. And he can give himself a continuous heal. So there are some annoying gimmicks, but, like, EX Unbound teams make him a joke. Like, even the worst ones will make him just their own bitch. So it really shouldn't be that difficult. There are no team limitations here. There are some missions, so 5 alive 3 times, clear with a Veldora, a Benimaru, a Shuna, and a Gapta. Use 150 skill points in one turn, use a free-to-play character, a full physical team, and a full magic team. Gapta and Veldora might be a bit interesting to use, considering that he is type neutral. You have no elemental advantage against him, so depending on what units you have available in your own box, if you've got, like, Tempest Fleet Gapta or some kind of Veldora, things could get a little dicey. But honestly, I wouldn't worry that much about those missions. Quite honestly, they are just bitch tickets, so at most you lose like 6 tickets or something if you can't do them. 2 tickets. 4 tickets, sorry. But it really shouldn't be that hard unless you literally just started the game like a week ago. If you played this entire month, the Summer Memories team will make this a joke. So, I mean, let's just get that out of the way. Also, forgot to mention, but this is a stage that's come around once before, so I'm going to have links to the previous videos in the description below, in case that these teams don't work for you. We could beat it back in... When did these come out? November of 2024 is the last time I think we got the Emils stage specifically. So if you need previous meta teams from a while ago, please go look at those videos as well. Alright, we're gonna go pretty easy with this one. E-free, only Blanc, Guy, free-to-play Romerus, the Hinata you got for free, hopefully she's skill-fused, and that'll make short work of Emils, and then Water Shuna, since she's Summer Memories as well. So the fact that we have Lord's Ambition from Guy means that all of the debuffs, the locking, the binding, whatever, it means nothing. So that's why this team will very, very easily destroy this stage. And even if you didn't pick up Hinata and you picked up Milim or something, you picked up 2 copies of Milim, like, she'll still murderize this fucking Emils, because simply Lord's Ambition. We don't need that much power out of this team, which is why we brought 2 free-to-play characters and a very, very old water character. So, I mean, turn 1, we've got a good starting hand that we can just yoink these with Hinata, or we could Rainbow Orb change with Blanc. Like, it really doesn't matter all that much. So we'll go ahead and take Romerus out. We'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll yoink everything. We'll put the Enamor on him. And then next turn when he locks us in, and/or stuns us, I can't remember. It's been a while since he's come out. We don't actually have her trait, or we don't actually have her EX ult, but with her trait, we will get her EX ult here, which is fantastic. And then his ult does 1,600 damage. That ult would remove any status effects that we had, like Invincibility or Reckoning. So, oh no, our hand is randomized. Well, what are we gonna do? Okay, well, look, we've got Guy. We're not even locked, actually. We've got a defense down seal on Ifrit, but, like, that doesn't mean anything. He did remove his status effect, though, you saw, after his ult, because it's attached to his ult. So even though we put Enamor on turn 1, you would have to reapply it every time he ults, because he cleanses himself. But here, we can Enamor, we can Enamor Strike and Guaranteed Crit, we could do a little bit of 10% physical attack buff with Ifrit, and then we can bring Shuna in for her 55, or her what is it, 70% alt damage buff. And then this alone is going to completely dominate this E3. I will be shocked if he lives, actually. Legitimately shocked if he lives this hand. Maybe the alt, but certainly not everything else. And Hinata does... Oh, wow, it actually didn't do that much. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm genuinely shocked. I thought that with the Enamor Strike, it would have killed. But we also didn't really have that much going for us either. Like, we did bring a very low-powered team. We also didn't have the extra 100% attack buff from using the Rainbow Orbs turn 1 and turn 2, so we will go ahead and do that now. So there's 50%. Alright, perfect. We'll use Guy again. Not that we're locked or anything. So we have enough points, so we're going to yoink these and give Hinata the EX ult one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maxed out on points, and we could pretty much do it. Yeah, look at that. Like, our damage went so far up now that we have even 50% extra attack right there. Like, we were not doing 100k on a 200% orb, or... Oh, he guarded that. Unfortunate. Okay, well, I mean, still. Now that we have this, we could do, very simply, the Enamor Strike. We got more weakness strike, or weakness strike from the Lord's Ambition, which doesn't matter because we're type neutral. Let's Rainbow Convert again. Let's do this. Let's do the alt buff, and now he will die. Because we have an extra 100% attack. Still have the Enamor Strike that's maxed out. We've got a little bit extra stack of attack from Guy because we've used him twice now, 3 times. And boom, 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 boom. And Emils is not, oh my god, not dead still. 817k? That's what we get for being type neutral. And then he's dead here. Alright, well. It took a bit more turns than I thought, granted. The 100% damage buff we get from being a dark team versus light characters like Beatdown Battle, like, it does make a heavy difference. And this stage doesn't even have, like, the 50% resistance down versus dark or water enemies like the other Summer Splash Festival did. Nevertheless, we were able to do it with 2 free-to-play characters, a very, very old character, a free character, another free-to-play character right now, and then Guy and Blanc. So, it's not difficult. Lord's Ambition keeps you safe from everything. Not a big deal. Let's do some other teams that people will probably have that will destroy this even faster. Alright, let's get the all-physical mission done. Warrior's Mind 2.0. Shuna. Free-to-play Xion. Warrior's Mind 1.0 Guy, Gobwa, Blanc, and Violet. Even though we're type neutral, the Dark plus damage resistance down is still going to make a massive difference. We know that Blanc can do a lot of damage, and she's AoE. We can nuke with Gobwa if we wanted to here, and she would also do probably much more damage. And the fact that we are unrestricted in the types of buffs that we can bring, it really makes it a non-factor almost. So let's bring Blanc in here. We'll take Guy out for Violet, and we'll do the Rainbow Convert turn 1 because we're starting with 36 skill points. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could have left Guy in and gotten the full Rainbow hand. Doesn't really matter too much, though. Okay, Blanc's gonna have an ult, but if we're not ready to nuke right now, we can definitely just ult swap away with Xion. That's why we brought her. And yeah, he cleansed off... He would have cleansed off everything, so like if we had applied the Dread mechanic and he had ulted, that would be gone as well. The control stacks would be gone. Control not going to give us any weakness strike, but it will certainly give us the ult resistance down, which is the most important thing. So let's put control on, let's put the debuffs for Gobbo on him, let's do the orange buff, and then we'll take out Violet for Xion, yeah. And then do a simple ult swap away, and then next turn we'll nuke. We'll have an EX ult for Blanc, because we've got 3 orbs for her. And this will be so easy. Like, you could do this in 2 turns if you wanted to. Like, seriously, you could probably do this in 2 turns and have 0 problem. Warrior's Mind does too much damage. And it's a strong team that people probably summoned for, maybe. You know, maybe you got lucky, maybe you got unlucky and didn't, and weren't around for it. Alright, took some hits. He took a lot of hits, wow. And now all of our divas are gonna go. We want to nuke him now, so we will do the Pierce. Even though it's not fully capped out, doesn't really matter. We can bring Guy in, Nah, no, I don't think we can fit that, actually. No, we can't fit that. Not that it really matters, though. We would have, what, like 50-something, 58 skill points? We don't need that, I promise you, we don't. Even though we're type neutral, it matters not. Because Blanc does 4.5 million damage. We are missing another major buff. The control stacks, again, the weakness strike, we didn't get anything out of that. It's just the 40% alt down, which is higher because of the effective control. So there's the all physical mission team done. Like, you could do it with another physical team. Be my guest. Alright, so all magic team, the Tails collab, was fairly recent, regardless of how good it is or not. We are going to put Exalted Champion Veldora on it, just to get the Veldora mission done. And you could really do it with any of the characters, Benimaru, Gopta, Shuna, whatever. But we've brought Hinata, we've brought Shion, we've got VOC, Violet, Veldora, and then this Shion, and Protector Rimuru. And this should be fine. We will be able to get some kind of protection using Shion's Resurrection State skill, but it will be taken away when Emils ults, because he just removes those kinds of stats effects. But we have a good turn 1, so no, we can't use that. So let's just go ahead and yoink those with Hinata, who's going to be our nuking character. So we also get the Therion state, which makes us immune to everything, so if he does choose to stun or bind or whatever her, it really doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, counterattack, okay, fine, whatever. But we know the power of Hinata. She hits like 2 billion damage when she's in her optimal setting. This is not what I would consider an optimal setting, but it is better than nothing. And looks like we're gonna use... Oh, she gets stunned. Okay, well, Therion State cannot help her there, because we can't even use the skill. Alright, well, unfortunate. Can't do anything about that. Let's do... Let's do not Emils, but Rimuru. Give us the extra skill points on oranges. Make the alt act like an orange so we can go ahead and send that orb. Do the future hand for 2 orbs. And we'll bring Shion in for Violet. And then we can just send these, right? Get some extra points back. Even though we don't get to send the Hinata alt. And looks like we do have to... Jesus Christ. It's like 6 hits. Hinata is a bit down in HP. Kind of unfortunate. Not a big deal, though, because we have the Resurrection. And for the next, like, turn and a half or something, 2 turns, we can go ahead and just use it and not have anything bad go about us. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, 250 skill points. This alt isn't really buffed up, so it's not going to do a lot. We are getting extra dark attack every time we send an orb with her while she has that state active. We are just going to get stronger and stronger. Counterattack means nothing because we're invincible. And then we're just going to heal, heal, heal. So boom, boom, boom. This alt that is coming from Emils will remove our Resurrection, which is kind of unfortunate. Still not that big a deal. We have 250 points. Do we have enough to... We don't have enough to nuke yet. So you know what? Let's hold off until turn 5. And let's just kind of make it funny. So, yeah. Let's do the steal again. Full hand. Give us the future hand. 1 more stack of Rimuru. We won't die to the alt, because it really doesn't do that much damage. His follow-up orbs might be a bit interesting, though. So 135k. We don't get the EX ult back. Unfortunate. Alright, well, because it wasn't a full hand of oranges, and we didn't bring, like, Blanc or something. But this wanted to be a full magic team. Alright, so there's our Resurrection state gone. 1, 2, 3, just 3 hits. And then he healed for 90k. Alright. Well, let's murderize him. Let's do the crit. Let's do the magic attack. Weakness strike doesn't matter. And then the alt resistance and crit resistance down. And then Hinata will delete him from existence. So we don't even have to go to turn 8. You can if you want. If you're very not confident, then you can. But I don't think we need to. Yeah, 1.7. Almost would have killed him from full HP. And we were still missing the Violet magic buff in the back. But technically there's the full collab team. Obviously, if you don't have Hinata and Shion, you'll have to make some adjustments. But at that point, if you have access to the free run team, just fucking use that. It'll be a lot easier for you. Alright, another team people might have, because it was the 3.5 anniversary team. We've got Spirit Master, plus we're going to bring free-to-play Tempest Elite Gopta. And quite honestly, like, you don't need Rimuru. In fact, let's just take him out of here. Let's put in the free-to-play Ritas, just to make our life a little bit easier. And we don't need Rimuru to nuke. Like, it's just a very unnecessary thing. Because Leon is still a very competent single-target character. He will kill this stage without fail. Gobta will also be useful, because he is a blue orb changer. And the Aegis, everything that we've got going from Belzard and Jean, plus the stacks of magic attack from the hero herself, and the healing that she can give us, will keep us fairly protected. And again, I'm trying to do like the big teams that people will summon for, the Tails team, the Warriors Mind team, the 3.5 anniversary team. Like, these are teams that people probably went for. That's not a great starting hand, though, so hold on. Alright, much better hand here. We can actually convert with Leon, so let's take Velzard out for Leon. Let's bring Jean in for Gobta, and then Leon's triple convert will get us a full hand of blues turn 1, and that'll be nice. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Ritas will be able to alt-swap Leon away, which is good, so we can build up to his EX alt. The Enamor effect, or the vitalization effect that the hero gives, and the healing that she gives, will be knocked out by... Okay, well, at least we don't have to use a skill. Will be knocked out by Emils' alt, and looks like Ritas just has to go the fuck away, because he really just decided to hate her today. We could leave her up front and have the healing field kind of help her, but I don't really want to risk that, so she can just not be here. So we'll put it on her at least there. We'll bring Velzard in. Gobta won't get it because he's a burst character. The Tempest Elite team was a speed type, so he's just not going to get any of these kind of buffs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, okay, cheeky counter. We will heal back a lot of this damage, and until he ults us again, he won't remove that field. Alright, so take a hit, take a lot of hits, holy shit, and then we heal back a little bit. This hand, not the greatest thing in the world, but we can get around it. So let's bring Ritas in for Belzard. Can we stun Emils, actually? I doubt we can, but... No, we cannot. Alright. Good to know. I didn't even look at that. Alright, Belzard out. Ritas in. Convert, alt swap, the blue gimmick for alt orbs. And then Ritas goes away for Gobta. And then we use Leon's convert again. And I guess it doesn't really matter if we send a Jean alt. We won't get any weakness strike from it, but it's better than nothing, I guess. And then this will get us Leon's EX alt. We have a lot of points here, so we might be able to nuke. Well, 8, no, 9, 8, no, we need 270 points. So we're going to have to live one more turn here. Hopefully he doesn't just decide to hate Gobta as well. That would be the most unfortunate outcome. Oh, just an AoE. Alright, perfect. So, no matter what, even if we put the healing field and the Enamor skill on everyone, this alt will take that away. So it's either we nuke now, or we just try and survive it. And I'm just going to try and survive it. So, oh, look at that. Gobta can be useful. Let's do the alt swap and the orb change just for funsies. See who he hits. He hits Leon, alright, not a big deal. And then we'll bring in Velzard, and she can tank that a little bit easier. Let's do this buff for the alt orb again. Double stack of the hero means 20% extra, right? Is that what she stacks? No, 40% extra magic attack for our team. And technically Gobta gets physical attack, but I mean, we're not doing anything with him. And then not AoE, but we will nuke with Leon next turn, and we'll have 3 alts here, and we have all our support characters up front for damage. So, cool. And that'll probably do it for the video. I mean, there are other teams that have come out in between November and now, obviously, but these are probably the highest highest priority teams. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay. All right. Well, let's murderize them. Hopefully we do. It'll be quite embarrassing if we don't. But the alt buff, the Aegis and Aegis resistance down, the Aegis strike or Aegis power and elemental buff. Let's put the frostbite on to enhance the Aegis down. Just for funsies, we'll get one more stack of the hero. Even though we can't stun, we're still going to get the frostbite effect, which is great. And then we'll go ahead and nuke. And we don't have any more points left over, so let's just do those. Yeah. Alright, Velzard does 312, and Leon does like 2 or 3 million? 3.2. There we go. Alright, so there are most of the missions done. Like, yes, we're still missing the Benimaru unit, but honestly, you could just run this team or Warrior's Mind and just throw a random Benimaru on it and call it a day, just like we did with Gobta. Like, yes, he made sense on this team. Really, really strong teams, doesn't really matter what your 5th character is. That's the only mission we haven't done. If you have Warrior's Mind, put Fire Benimaru on the team, throw him in the back, and never look at him. And then you can get those missions done. And that's the same with any of the specific character missions. So, obviously there are more teams that can take this on. If you really want me to, I can showcase them. But I think it should be fairly self-explanatory. And if you still need help, please refer back to the other 3 videos that I'll have linked down below in the description, in case these ones don't work for you. But that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.